Inspired by a fellow YouTuber who made a cheap clock he purchased into a reverse running clock to be placed in his bathroom and viewed through a mirror, and my need for such a clock in my bathroom, I set about seeking a suitable clock to take apart and hopefully also converting into a reverse clock. Down to the local hardware shop, and I found what seemed to be a suitable timepiece. £3 was the cost for this little clock. I also purchased some very small screwdrivers to help with the task, and some glue for fitting of a new clock face. Total spent on this little adventure, about £13. Surprisingly, the tools and glue cost more than a clock, but never mind. Originally, I was just going to scan and print a flipped over version of the existing clock face, but then I decided the clock would look much better with a freshly designed face. In fact, this part of the operation took longer than the initial task of converting the clock to move in reverse. Anyway, let's start from the beginning and dismantle the clock. Okay, my plan is to turn this into this. Last of the screws at the back are taken out. Slowly but carefully take that off. Ooh, hopefully I can then get the glass off. The tricky bit now is to get the hands off. As you can see, the hands are off. Next stage of the operation is to take the functional, whatever you call this thing, off and open it up. We come now to the make or break part of the task of conversion to a reverse clock. I wasn't quite sure which way to proceed here. I know something needed to be flipped over or put upside down or changed in some manner, but what was the question? Eventually, after changing unsuccessfully a few things and nearly throwing the whole thing in the bin, it was decided to turn the silver bar that you see here over, which unbelievably produced a favourable result. Well, slightly unbelievable, but I'm getting there. Look, it's going backwards. That's what I want. Woo. And now I'm moving over to the computer. I'm sorting out the clock face. And we now come to the printing stage. Fingers crossed that it all works out well. And now I've put it all together and it's all backwards. And it's got the right time. Look, that's the real time and that's the backward time. You want proof that it's actually, look, in the mirror, there it is. Ooh, I've done it. I don't believe I've actually done it. Here we are, the following morning is upon us and the magical clock is on the wall. Wow! You'll notice the second hand is missing. I do not like second hands, plus the fact there's no second hand on the existing clock, so I decided accidentally, on purpose, to not put it back on. But here's the magical bit. Let's go round to the other side of the room. We see this massive, great big mirror here. There's the existing clock, and above it is my new clock. And it's showing the exact right time. It's just gone 25 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And I ought to give a thank you to niece Lauren. When she was about 4 or 5 years old, she did this design on my computer, and there it is, right in the middle of that clock. Lauren, you're famous. You might wonder, let's turn around to the existing clock, you might wonder who those children are there. Well, that's me and my two brothers. I'm the one on the right, the tallest. That was taken in about 1966 when I was 7 years old. Wow, a long time ago.